Welcome to Daily Progress Gear, where we dissect the mechanics of success and unlock the potential hidden within your mind. Most people believe intelligence is just storing facts like a computer hard drive, but true brilliance is actually a dynamic, living process. We often confuse memory with wisdom, which is why we value trivia champions over people who can navigate life's complex storms. Today, we're exploring 5 psychological tactics that will completely reshape how you think, react, and outperform the crowd around you. Prepare to redefine your understanding of smartness. We're moving from static knowledge to dynamic, adaptive thinking that conquers real-world challenges. Imagine a library filled with beautiful books that nobody ever reads. Now, picture a single well-used handbook that was used to build a magnificent towering skyscraper. Which is more valuable? True intelligence isn't about what you know, but how you apply that information when the pressure is truly on. Society often rewards the accumulation of data, yet the most successful individuals are those who can synthesize and innovate under pressure. We have to shift our focus from being a warehouse of facts to becoming a factory of solutions and strategic insights. Think of your mind as a high-performance engine. Knowledge is the fuel, but the design of the engine determines how fast and how far you can actually go. By mastering your thought processes, you gain an almost unfair advantage over those who simply react to life without analyzing the deeper context. So let us begin with the first and most difficult barrier to true intelligence: the suppression of your own ego. When we argue just to win, we close our minds to new information, effectively shutting down the entire learning process. The ego screams for validation and victory, and in doing so, it blinds us to the nuance and truth that could actually help us grow. Truly intelligent people don't try to dominate conversations. Instead, they ask questions to extract value from every single interaction. You should treat every person you meet as a potential teacher who knows something you don't, allowing you to expand your own mental map of the world. Imagine switching a lever in your brain from transmit mode to receive mode, absorbing valuable data instead of just broadcasting noise. Detach your self-worth from your opinions. This allows you to change your mind without feeling like you've lost some kind of personal battle. Asking why instead of just stating no transforms a potential conflict into a collaboration, revealing the underlying logic of the other side. When you stop fighting to be right, you save an immense amount of emotional energy that can then be directed toward solving the actual problem at hand. Humility is not weakness. It is a strategic maneuver to gather intelligence while your opponent is busy showing off all their cards. You walk away from the conversation smarter than when you entered, while the ego-driven person leaves with nothing but their fragile pride. So next time you feel that urge to correct someone, just pause, and instead, ask a clarifying question to deepen your own understanding. Once you have mastered your ego, you're ready to expand your vision and see the entire chessboard at once. This is called system thinking. Most people view problems as isolated tragedies happening asterisk to asterisk them, rather than as neutral puzzles, just waiting for a logical, systematic solution. Imagine life as a giant jigsaw puzzle. Getting angry at a single piece doesn't help it fit into the bigger picture. System thinking requires you to zoom out and see the interconnected web of causes and effects that create your reality. You have to remove the personal, emotional narrative from the situation and look at the pure mechanics of why things happen the way they did. Intelligent minds look for recurring patterns and structural flaws, rather than just blaming bad luck or other people for their failures. Be the mechanic of your own life, diagnosing the broken engine parts instead of crying over the car not starting. By understanding the system, you can identify the leverage points, the places where a small targeted change can produce a massive impact on the final outcome. Recognize the feedback loops in your life, where one action triggers a reaction that then reinforces the original behavior over time. You can adjust the inputs of your system to change the outputs, treating your daily habits like algorithms that can be constantly optimized for better results. This approach creates a healthy emotional distance, allowing you to operate with the cold precision of a grandmaster chess player. Problems become interesting challenges to be solved, rather than heavy burdens to be carried, and that lightens your mental load significantly. Now, with a clear view of the system, you must learn to manage the fuel that powers your mental engine. Your mental energy is a finite currency. Spending it on things outside your control is a fast path to emotional and cognitive bankruptcy. We must ruthlessly focus only on our circle of influence, ignoring the chaotic noise of the world that we cannot change. Complaining about the weather, politics, or traffic drains your battery without moving you a single inch closer to your goals. You need to build a mental shield against external negativity, preserving your cognitive resources for the decisions that actually impact your personal future. Treat your attention like an investment portfolio, allocate high energy to high return activities, and cut your losses on uncontrollable external events. It takes immense discipline to ignore a provoking headline or an annoying comment on the internet, but the payoff is absolute mental clarity. Adopt a stoic mindset where you accept the external chaos, while maintaining strict order within your own internal command center. An intelligent person is an efficient machine, never wasting a single kilowatt of brain power on worry, regret, or useless anger. Laser focus on your own actions and your own reactions creates a momentum that eventually starts to influence the world around you. By conserving your energy, you ensure that you have reserves available for those critical moments when peak performance is truly required. You become the calm eye in the center of the storm, unaffected by the turbulence that exhausts everyone else around you. Now that you have preserved your energy, it has time to learn how to use the most underrated tool in your entire arsenal, the power of silence. In a world that never stops talking, silence becomes a deafening weapon of power, authority, and deep psychological influence. A strategic pause before you speak signals confidence and allows you to formulate a thought that is both precise and impactful, while others rush to fill the void with meaningless chatter. The intelligent person listens, gathering information and analyzing the dynamics of the room. Silence makes other people uncomfortable. It often compels them to reveal more than they intended, just to fill that awkward, quiet space. When you speak less, your words carry more weight. They command attention because people know you only speak when it truly matters. Silence also buys you precious processing time, allowing your brain to catch up and filter out emotional impulses before they become spoken words you might regret. It allows you to observe nonverbal cues, noticing the hesitation or anxiety in others that their words often try to hide. Use silence as a mirror, reflecting the other person's behavior back at them. This can often de-escalate conflicts without you saying a single word. Silence creates an aura of mystery and competence. People project intelligence onto those who are composed and keep their own counsel. In negotiations, the person who is most comfortable with silence usually wins, as the other side rushes to offer concessions just to break the tension. Master the art of the pregnant pause, holding the tension in the room until you are ready to release it on your terms. Silence prepares the ground for the final and most crucial tactic, mastering the gap between stimulus and response. Between a stimulus, something that happens to you, and your response, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom and your ultimate power. The average person reacts instantly on autopilot, enslaved by their emotions and external triggers, acting without any conscious thought at all. True intelligence is the ability to hit the mental pause button, to step back and evaluate the situation before making a move. In that brief moment of suspension, you get to choose the response that aligns with your long-term goals, not your temporary, fleeting feelings. This single practice rewires your brain, moving control from the primitive, emotional part to the sophisticated prefrontal cortex where logic resides. In that gap, you can consider the consequences of anger versus the benefits of patience, calculating the optimal path forward like a strategic supercomputer. When you master your reaction, you become autonomous. No one can push your buttons because you've deactivated the wiring. You can choose to de-escalate a fight, to ignore an insult, or to solve a crisis while others are panicking in fear. You become the calm observer of your own life, watching emotions rise and fall without being swept away by the tidal wave. This mastery builds an unshakable resilience, allowing you to navigate the hardest days with grace, dignity, and calculated precision. This is the definition of true freedom, the ability to choose your attitude and your action in any given set of circumstances. By integrating these 5 powerful tactics, you elevate yourself above the noise and chaos of the average, reactive mind. Intelligence is not a static score, but a dynamic daily practice of humility, system thinking, focus, silence, and mastered reaction. Apply these principles every day, and you will see your effectiveness in your work and in your relationships grow exponentially in a very short amount of time. Which of these 5 tactics will you practice first? Let us know in the comments and join the discussion below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the mechanics of the mind and the path to progress. Thank you for watching Daily Progress Gear. Keep refining your mind, stay disciplined, and we will see you in the next video.